Wisdom Jacob Oemechi, Maganga John from Malawi, Fuen Brenda Fomin from Cameroon.
The Future Africa Leaders Award recognizes youth leaders who, through their exemplary leadership, have distinguished themselves and impacted the lives of so many young people in Africa.
The last few years we've been raising young leaders in the nations of Africa for the future of Africa.
I couldn't hold the joy that night when I was called out as one of the winners of the Future Africa Leaders Awards. And hearing Pastor talk to me that night, appreciating me for all I have done, to me it was a huge platform and a more level for me as an individual. And I cannot thank the man of God enough for having chosen me and called me to be a part of Global Impact.
Since I won the award, my work has taken another shape, like it's more serious to me. Before I didn't know that I'm doing any impact, but now I knew that I'm doing something, so I had to take it more even seriously.
After the award, I was so much inspired, I was motivated, and one thing that really motivated me is to know the awareness in my spirit that Pastor Chris believed in me and believed in what I was doing. That really inspired me and motivated me to do more and go back and make loud impact and to reach out to more lives.
As a result of the Future Africa Leaders Awards, and the funds that came with it, I established the cassava farm. So I worked with a couple of teams, my friends and some other colleagues, and we set up a 10 acres cassava farm. And also it gave us an opportunity to provide jobs, employment for people, mostly school leavers and those still in school and those who are just out there not having anything to do. So we brought them into the farm, they get paid for their job. So we reached out to over 50 people, all through the year 2017. Also in the farm, we had a very bountiful harvest in one of the months, I think in the month of September or so. We had a very bountiful harvest, and we were excited to see that what we are actually doing is yielding produce. There's profit in labor. So, and we've gone ahead, to continue to inspire more young people. I think after the awards, actually, I got several invitations to secondary schools, because young people are always inspired when they see other young people like them, inspire them. So I had several invitations to mentor young people in agriculture, in secondary schools. And we've really seen the interest of these young people, because we made agriculture to them be more like a career they can pursue in higher institution. Because we found out that nowadays people don't really take agriculture as a course in the higher institution. So that was one of our points to buttress to these kids, these young people, and we made the platform available for them to see the career opportunities in agriculture. And we had quite a lot number of them show interest in crop production and catfish production, and we have some of them also go into backyard farming just to practice what they've learned. And to me, I feel fulfilled seeing that people are interested in doing agriculture. It's something that really has a high revenue generation. It can take care of you and your family. So having more young people going into it is really exciting, really. It's exciting.
I started many projects with kids and teenagers to teach them how to educate them, and some training programs for them, teaching them how to type, how to do recordings, as well as we had several camps for teenagers and kids, teaching them how to deal in life and giving them some skills to live by. We held as well summer schools where kids came and they were learning how to read, how to write, not just Arabic language. This year we started to learn English more in more organized way and in much fun, with songs, with activities, with playing, with colors, sand, and the kids were really excited, and they were coming because they loved to learn. They were not anymore afraid of learning or failing when they learn.
In this year, 2017, the Future Africa Leaders Foundation organized an international training program in Nairobi, Kenya for the winners of the Future Africa Leaders Award, and they came from the East, West, Central, and Northern Africa. The one-week intensive training held across two centers, the Philamujuani Foundation and Growth Africa. Courses covered included screenwriting and video production, as well as entrepreneurship development. It was a time of enlightenment for them.
The opportunity alone to be a part of the international training program was beyond words. I could not explain the joy. It was extraordinary for me to actually hear firsthand, from experienced people who are so good in their field of endeavor. We sat at their feet and listened and learned from these people how to put up a good media story, how to tell a very good story about your project, about what you do, and also how to have an excellent social business model.
When I came back home, I did a lot of research, a lot of preparation, and I was able to take around 5 girls back to school, cater for their school uniform, everything necessity that they needed to go back to school with. I've been to more children orphanages. I have provided food, more clothing, more beddings, and this has brought satisfaction for me because back then I was not able to do much. I only did where my hand could reach, but at this point I was doing much more than what I used to do. And I've also been to more high schools, reaching out to more schools. Now, not only for girls, but also boys, to impact their lives. I have employed more mentors who have made it in life to come and talk to these young people because they are the future leaders of tomorrow.
Since after the awards, I've consistently have the summer school since 2013, and it's been from glory to glory. The impact have been adding up every year. Now we teach in the summer school, we teach subjects that are core subjects for the secondary school classes, and at the end of each of this session we have party for them where we pick out those who have performed, who have done outstanding, and we give them awards, we give them scholarships, we pay their school fees, we give them materials, educational materials, books, calculator, and the other sets that they need for school. We have had people coming even more because the news kept on spreading around, so they keep bringing their people, their children, the people within the community. They want their children to attend the school, and it's free. The summer school is free. We don't collect a dime. From 2013, we have reached thousands. Every year it keeps adding times 2. We started with 197. Then the next year we had over 300 students. Then after that, we had about 500 students. That's the third year after the awards. We had about 500 students. We had 3 centers where we were holding the summer school.
On May 25, which is globally recognized as Africa Day, FALA ambassadors under the direction of the foundation organized programs and projects in their countries to commemorate the day and impact their communities positively. Here are some of the projects organized by our FALA winners and nominees on Africa Day. In a community with residents of over 100,000 people, where there is scarcity of water, the people of Kunene province in Angola resorted to drinking and using water from polluted streams, which affected their health. FALA nominee Emmanuel Kananga from Angola saw the need to provide them with clean and running water, and he decided to dig a borehole for them, and this made it possible for the people of Kunene to have clean and running water for their everyday use. 2014 star winner Lotan Salape celebrated Africa Day in style by distributing 176 free solar lamps to students of Olepolos Primary School in Kajiado County, Kenya. Inspired by the Future Africa Leaders Award, he provided hope and light to the students. These much-needed solar lamps have helped the students to improve on their schoolwork, as they can now study more and do their homework.
In commemoration of Africa Day, we have been carrying out projects. We have also been involved in projects towards development, education, and then we have identified some schools where they have needs. For example, in 2016, we gave out 61 school uniforms to MEA Primary School, Tajiri, a school in Jos North local government where the student Itato, we identified some of the students in the school wearing rags. Some of them were not even wearing uniforms. You know, they come to school and they are looking very dirty, they are looking unkempt. So we sponsored 61 school uniforms and we presented to the school. And then in 2017, we also identified a school, a primary school also, where the students sit on the bare floor. You have them en masse on the bare floor. So we got sponsorship and we moved to give them furniture. We provided desk for a class in the school.
It's like fire shut up in my bones. I just can't sit down and watch people or watch these young ones destroying their lives, because I know that I'm the solution in their lives, and reaching out to them has also made them reach out to other people. It's like every tree a forest, every tree a forest, and it's satisfying to see that truly because of me standing up, my community now is better, and not only my community, Kenya, and not only Kenya, the whole Africa being a better place.
So much was accomplished through the winners of the Future Africa Leaders Award. So many lives have been affected. Destinies of many young people have been changed for the best through the efforts and exemplary leadership of these vibrant youths in Africa. The youth of today are the leaders of tomorrow. Therefore, the future of every nation lies in the hands of her youths. Africa is blessed with young people, rich with diverse talents, many of them untapped, and the youth make up 60% of the population of Africa. This is why we must do all we can to inspire, develop, and empower them for a greater future.
During my research, I also found out that young Africans were not employed. They just get to school, come out, and they start looking for jobs. So it became an issue, and I felt I should correct it.
So I understood that the way the agriculture was being done in my region was not the way they would have their own economic freedom. So I had to go back and research more on how to make agriculture more of a modern way that would help all my people in my region.
So that's why we initiated the project Off the Streets and Back to School project, and majorly to take these children off the street and actually educate them.
The Future Africa Leaders Foundation is an initiative aimed at exploring and expanding the leadership potential in Africa and for Africa. Within the past 5 years, we have identified, recognized, and empowered young Africans from over 40 African countries who have demonstrated exemplary leadership in different fields. So, join us as we reach and empower more young people from across Africa to bring Africa into the future of our dreams. You can participate in these ways. You can sponsor the Future Africa Leaders Foundation's conferences and summits in African countries. And you can sponsor a youth project in Africa. For more information, please visit our website at www.futureafricaleadersfoundation.org. Future Africa Leaders Foundation, impacting Africa.